This time we are going to make a discussion on realism and the setting in the play Silver Box by John Galsworthy. We can say that this is the play which portrays the situation as is observed into English society. We can say that the situation is by and large still present in almost every part of the world. We can say that this takes time to be modified, and a new system takes time to replace the old one. We find that the thought of John Galsworthy has been of realism, that he belongs to the realistic school, and the very much period of the realism age, the last decades of the 19th century and the early decades of the 20th century, or between 1880 and 1920. This 40-year period is the age of transition and realism in the drama. The playwright is concerned with actual situation that is very much observed in society. They are not imaginative enough to create just a lofty situation to entertain the people in the audience. We can say that they have been talking about new themes and new subject matter like poverty, prostitution, and the problems created by difference of classes, such as the rich and the poor. And they are talking all these issues realistically. So, from the theme of the realism, it is clear that there are so many social and economic problems being confronted by the people of that time, and they are thought to be portrayed in drama also. We can say that to talk about poverty and prostitution, or the problem due to class differences, is not so easy to portray in drama, because it has never been entertaining for the audience. And as you know that literature has been the source of entertainment. So it is a very risky task for the playwright to write plot and develop plot around the theme that we have just discussed. But the playwright like Galsworthy made a realistic portrayal of character and of life. In our earlier discussion, we have gone through the characteristic analysis, and we have made an elaboration of the characters which are really found in society. We have never seen any character which is just a little bit imaginative, or which is far away from our real world situation. So, as we find the issue being faced by the people, so the issue has been cast and the characters have been woven. So, they represent the common people of society. They do not have to just make anything which is not found in society, we find either theme or characters within the realm of society. They are not living in our upper mind, and the writer makes the description as they see as he sees in the society. So it becomes very easy for the audience to understand because it is their story. They think that they are themselves in the situation where character has been kept into the play. So the plot of the silver box is very simple. We can also see even the theme is very simple. Our theme is the same as we have just taken into account or talked, that is of poverty and unemployment. That has been the major economic problems due to social divisions on the ground of wealth. So the theme is of stealing of women's reticle by Jack Barthwick in a state of drunkenness. We can simply not imagine that a drama is to be developed so easily on the stealing and theft of women's reticle to light on the impartial judicial system. So it is just the art of the playwright that is very much helpful for the playwright to make the drama on this theme very easily, or it has been mind catching as well. So first it was stolen by Jack Warwick, and theft has also been committed by Jones, that is the purse containing money and the silver secret box in a state of intoxication. We have previously discussed that the same act is just shown here, once committed by Jack, who is the son of the parliamentarian, and just another character is Jones, who is stealing or rather taking into the state of drunkenness, and rather this we commonly find in society taking place. That theft is a very day-to-day phenomenon of the society where there is an unemployment, there is poverty, and people are suffering due to unemployment, due to lack of money to sustain their life. Naturally, they commit this kind of crime or this kind of mistake. Now we find that the society is not equal. Ideally, we are speaking that we should have an equal society. So there is just a gradation in society on different grounds. Sometimes it is on economy, sometimes it is on some social bias and so on. So when society is unequally divided, there is the problem of social injustice in society also. Because when we divide society on economy, that one group of people is just rich, another is poor, naturally there emerges a big difference and gap between these two groups. And so one group becomes more influential and powerful in the court of justice than others. And when it is the matter of power, justice is not equally distributed and dealt out. So we find that social injustice remains a problem. So it is also a kind of problem play which John Galsworthy has written. And this problem has some causes, and those causes are unemployment and poverty, and they are bringing out the problem of theft by the poor people. But here, the theft by Jack is not due to any problem. It is all due to his irresponsibility. It is another kind of problem. That when a child is grown up into a wealthy family, without just much care and nourishment or proper guidance, this kind of irresponsible son is to prosper, that he does not have any kind of sense of responsibility and morality. So here's stealing is of different regions. It is rather psychological than social. But stealing by Jones is a social issue, social and economic issue. So the plot is very much into silver box around the theft of women's article, but we find that this plot is leading to the fact that there is a social injustice, there is a judicial problem, that Jones is sentenced to 1 month hard labor while Jack is free to return to his life of leisure. Isn't a kind of slap on the judicial system of England, where we people are talking about just the greatest and successful democratic setup? It simply means that each person enjoys equal opportunity before the law. But actually, what do you find is not the same as ideally is spoken there. So, it is the matter of double standard between class, social contact, and penalties. We find that this double standard is the outcome of the unequal distribution of wealth and free play of power into court of justice as well. So it is a real issue. It is the real problem we can say that society is facing. And we ultimately know that it is very difficult to work out this problem, because this problem is all on the basis of the power of money and the power of politics. And whosoever has power of money and power of politics is not easily going to lose just his power, and he is not going to distribute his power so easily with the poor person as well. Yes, there is sometime an example where this kind of just charity is also shown, this kind of sense is also prevailing in society, but it is exceptionally observed. So we generally find that when this kind of unequal distribution of wealth is existing, there is one law for the rich and one law for the poor. Just in later we can say there is one law for all, but in reality we find that it is not the case. Even law has different standard to be applied. You can say that there are different interpretations of the situations depending upon the influence that the people have. As we find in the present play, that there is a kind of double standardship into the implementation of the power, into the implementation of justice as well. So we can say that the scenes are also accordingly developed. 4 of the 6 scenes are set into upper middle class home. One scene is in one room dwelling of poor John's family, and the final scene occurs in London police court. So out of the 6 scenes, we find 4 are very much set into upper middle class home, one into one room dwelling of poor Jones, and final scene occurs into London police court. Here we find that the allotment of scene has also been made on the idea of the realism, that we are fond of seeing a little bit good scene, because just when you find that we are going to see that play, We want to just make our eye please as well. And it is pleased with the good scenes. The scene in the one room dwelling of poor John's family is creating some sense of sorrow on our part. We become sorry to observe that scene because just our eyes are not getting pleased. So, poor sins have been just kept into our middle class home, and rest two sins are just very much kept just according to the demand of the play. Now, I find this play, although is a comedy from the just writer's point of view, that he has just raised the issue, and we find that he has raised the issue to talk, to work out, but it has not been worked out here. The issue would have been worked out if Jack had been sent to jail also. But it is not the ending that Jack is not sent to jail. Jones is sent to jail. And after that, we find that there are so many problems that John's family is going to face, all due to the legal punishment that he finds into the court of justice. So, rest of the life is also very difficult for John's family because the family will be without any job, and if there is no job, it will be very difficult for the family to run. So we find that the drama has no happy endings as it happens when we are watching comedy. When generally we are watching comedy of Shakespeare, we find that it is ending with marriage and something good note. But here we find that no, there is a criticism, there is just a writer's attack on the situation, that he is realistically talking, that it happens in society. So he has made that kind of scene that Jones is sent to jail and Jack is not. So it is the real picture that he has picturized here. But ultimately we can say that it turns into a tragic play, that we feel sorry when we leave the theater, and that the social justice and equity are impossible within a class structure. This is what the message is there of the playwright. Playwright has rightly just kept the scene. When just we are writing a realistic play, we cannot write anything or show anything to the audience which actually remains imaginative and which has less chance to take place. Then it will be entertaining and it will be just soothing for the people, but it will not be realistic. So there is an intense struggle to keep his family together. We are talking of the family of Jones, and the life of the poor people gets harder and harder when just this kind of situation is faced by the family. Family has a very tough time to establish its credential in society, and it is very difficult to win the opinion of the people about the behavior, that whatever has been done, it has been done under the state of drunkenness. It is just very easy for Jack to make people convince because he is rich and he is fond of taking wine, but and people just enjoy listening all these kind of things on the basis of the fact that just a person or the son of a wealthy family enjoys wine. So it is all realistic. So, but here we talk about John's viewpoint. We see that people basically comment on his taking wine. They say if they are not meeting the needs of the family, how they dare to take wine. It is that kind of comment. And when just we are doing something wrong from the legal point of view and social point of view, we are bruised emotionally, mentally, we are broken. Society does not give us any space to stand and restart our life. So we find that further also there is an intense struggle for the family. And we can say that realism is a reaction against idealistic romanticism, that art for art's sake, that it is not art for art's sake, that we are not writing simply to make audience please. We are writing to make people know what really is taking place in society, what really is the situation of the society, how people are suffering in society. And we are not just going to make them happy by showing everything all right, everything just idealistically true. So, we can say that it is just the story of an isolated man. It is the story of the man who always struggles for making livelihood for his family, but he is not successful in meeting the demand of the family. So the truth has been presented into the then social condition of the time. Still, we find that there is hardly any change in the stand of the people and the condition of society. So it is an exact, complete, sincere production of social realism. Realism is justified by reason, intelligence, and interest of the public. We are simply talking about the realistic description, which is based on our reason, intelligence. We simply cannot make any legal verdict which would be little bit different from the expectation of the audience. Audience knew that John will be sent to jail because it is what his social condition is. It is what his just less powerful legal condition is, that he cannot just struggle a lot to get the justice. So there is just no question of idealistic romanticism in the life of Johns and Mrs. Johns. They cannot make any romance in their life. They do not have to feel ever good and happy because they are not led by society to feel happy and enjoy the life. So, it is what we can say, but, he feels useless as a man. Yes, poor people have the same reaction. Their life remains just useless. They think that they are spending their lives only for the family to support. They are only work from dawn to dusk to meet the needs of the family. The poor person cannot think more than that. There is no time for leisure. There is no time for romanticism. And now we can see the similar situation is a farmer of India. So they are only just laboring with their cattle. They do not have any pleasant moment in their life to enjoy. So their life is simply an example of uselessness. And so here John fails to bring in money for food and rent. It is the futility of his effort that makes him frustrated. And a poor lodging is very difficult for him to manage. So it is all in frustration that the poor people live. They make themselves unable to look for their family, meet the demands of food and rent. How mean is the life of the poor people, we can see from the life of Jones here. And similar is the life of poor people in India still today. Especially we can talk of the life of the person who is earning in a mega city from dawn to dusk just to maintain his daily life. He cannot think more than that. He is not going to imagine more than that. So we can say that it is what realistic analysis of the play is. So the play takes place in London in 1906. The first two acts occur in Easter Tuesday, and Act 3 takes place on Monday of the following week. There are three settings: the Bathwick upper middle class home, the lodgings of the Jones, and the police court. And finally, we can say that realism is very much found into this setting of Act 1, Scene 1. Here we find the details of the upper middle class home in Rockingham Gate has been shown. The curtain rises on the Bathwick's dining room, which is large, modern, and well furnished. We can see how lavish life he is enjoying. And from the scene also, it is clear that the playwright has realistically cast the scene, that to make audience believe that it is the life of the just prosperous family. And on the other hand, we can also see the one dining room of John's. That is enough to show us that it is the life of the poor family. So that very living room, dining room, can itself indicate how lavish is the life of the rich family and how miserable is the life of the poor family. So we find here that the window curtains drawn and the electric light is burning. In the center of the stage is a large round dining table with a tray of whiskey, a siphon set, and a silver cigarette box. These are all symbolic of the fact that it is the room of Bathwick family, who is prosperous, who is just a parliamentarian. So he has maintained, the playwright has maintained the realistic description of the lifestyle of the character, that the character named Bathwick is just belonging to a very prosperous group. So his room has been set accordingly. And on the other hand, when we are looking at the room, dining room or living room of Jones, we find that accordingly he has managed to show everything. So this is what we have discussed today, and I hope that it had been entertaining for you. Thank you. Thank you very much.